a little bit. Thanks. Okay, bye.
What's going on? Good.
I'm just saying, no one wants to hear Alabama win the national title game. Dang on it. We want to talk about the show.
True.
And not be sad about what we just witnessed.
True. Robbed. Anyway, we are back for our Wrestle Kingdom 12 review. Yes, I know we're late, but better late than never. And guess what? Justin didn't show up. So his New Year's resolution is going really well. Really, really well. But let's get into this review. He might show up like halfway through. Probably not. So to start off the show, or I guess what you would consider the sort of the pre-show, was the Wrestle Kingdom Rumble, which is kind of cool. It's basically just their way of getting as many people on the show as they can. So it was pretty good. I popped really hard when Delirious came out. I was excited for that one. And I popped even harder when Taka Michinoku came out. That's my boy. That's my boy. But it was pretty good. Nothing spectacular. I feel like if I missed the Wrestle Kingdom Rumble, I don't feel like I would have missed too much. It was good, but it wasn't something I feel like you had to see. But DJ, thoughts on the Rumble if you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. First off, I want to say that for this to be a 6-hour show, it was worth every second of it. I really enjoyed this. The first full Wrestle Kingdom that I've watched. I've always wanted to watch one. I just never have sat down and actually watched the whole thing. I'll end up, like I said, in the overreaction that you should check out, by the way. I always end up watching a little bit, or I watch you hear about the Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match, so I go watch that match instead of watching the whole thing. But I'm really glad that I watched the whole thing. This whole Wrestle Kingdom, it was really good overall. But the Wrestle Kingdom Rumble, I liked it. I thought it was okay. I think I popped more for the people that were in it than I did for anything happening in actually in it, except for the package power driver elimination to start off the match. I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. That's cool. You know what? If that's how we're gonna start this match, let's do it. And I like how it's different than the typical Royal Rumble where it's like just a battle royal. You can kind of eliminate people in different ways. Which I think is really cool and kind of differs it a little bit from the Royal Rumble as well, since the Royal Rumble was also held in January. So I think that's kind of cool. Also, like the Wrestle Kingdom is always held on January 4th. I don't know why, but I like it. Consistency, whatever. I just think it's kind of cool. But I was excited for Jushin Thunder Liger, obviously. I was excited for Tiger Mask too. I always like Tiger Mask. Taka Michinoku, obviously. I think we all love Taka Michinoku. And obviously Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, I was so hyped. I was like, yes, Cheeseburger. I was so hyped. Because Justin was actually talking to me about the Rumble, trying to spoil it for me. And he basically told me the last person to come in wins, and I was like, I hate you. But anyway, I was like, so Cheeseburger wins, right? Like Cheeseburger, he's gonna come out, he's gonna win. Because Cheeseburger just came out, and I was like, Cheeseburger gonna win, it's gonna happen. Also, David Finlay, another guy I hadn't seen in a while that I was excited about. But I think I was excited more for the entrance in the match than I was the actual match. But I mean, it was a pretty good way to start the show. And like I said, I like that you could kind of eliminate people in different ways. It kind of makes it a little bit different than a gauntlet match or a battle royal. It kind of mixes all of those rules within it, and I like it.
Yeah. Now you know why Cam and I told you that you have to watch the whole show.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Like I said, it's been a goal of mine for a while. Because I think I pulled one up on Watch Wrestling a couple years ago, or like a year ago, or whatever. And I was gonna watch Wrestle Kingdom 10. I was gonna watch that one because I heard it was really good, and I just didn't get around to watching the whole thing. I always end up watching that, and then I'm like, oh, I should go watch this freaking It wasn't even one night only. It was something that was actually decent. But I know what it was. It was like something I saw, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch this now. And I kind of stopped watching it. And I watched the match I wanted to watch, and I stopped watching the whole thing. But yes, it was definitely worth it. I feel like New Japan like reminds me of why I'm a wrestling fan. I like watching this show. I'm like, this is what I need in my life. Like this is the first like. I mean, this is my first pay per view of the year, and it was worth it. it was very much so worth, and the longest pay per view I've ever watched. Like,
what WrestleMania?
True. You're right.
But see, the difference between like this and WrestleMania was long too, but I feel like Wrestle Kingdom, you could watch it all the way through, and it you weren't tired. Like I feel like watching WrestleMania, even not being there live, it's just so long, and I don't know if it's just that there's I think part of it is with Wrestle Kingdom, it's match, match, match. It's not match, vignette or whatever. They just do matches. There's obviously little like video packages for like the uh for Jericho and Omega, but all in all, it kind of went smoother than like a WrestleMania does. But anyway,
but too, you got like those weird breaks where they gotta do some sort of stupid segment. They always do some sort of crazy segment during WrestleMania, or you got like the musical segment as well. Like they do that every time.
Or they're setting up like a cage or some sort of like
freaking Flow Rider.
Moving on to the actual card. Obviously opened up with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match, as Wrestle Kingdom always does to kind of get the crowd, excited, get them into the show. We had the Young Bucks versus Roppongi 3K, challenging Roppongi 3K for the titles. Really, really good match. I mean, obviously, any match you put the Young Bucks in, it's going to be a 5-star match, if not more. And I really like Roppongi 3K. They were formerly known as the Tempura Boys, I think. In Ring of, are you still?
Sorry. No, I searched Matt Jackson, and it came up with this white guy that's a Jeopardy contestant.
Anyway, yeah, I really like Roppongi 3K, formerly the Tempura Boys in. I think they were originally from Noah, if I'm not mistaken. And they were in Ring of Honor for a little while. Now they're teamed up with what's his name there? Can't think of the name right now. Oh, anyway. What?
Rocky Romero?
Yeah, Rocky Romero. I don't know why I could not think of his name. I literally just watched a match of his. But yeah, definitely a really good match. Young Bucks win and won their 7th IWGP Junior Heavyweight titles. They had the balls to say that they just surpassed Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. You don't surpass him. DJ, talk about this match.
Obviously, I love this match. This is, I think, any Young Bucks related match is a good way to start the show. like regardless, it's the Young Bucks. I also didn't realize it was a 6-star match. Never heard of that in my life until Cam brought it up, and then they brought it up in the show as well. And I was like, wait, that's a thing? The 6-star match? How many stars you need? but I love the submission spot where it was kind of one member of one team had another member like they were like just staring at each other and slapping. That was great. I love that.
That was my favorite part of the whole show. I gotta be honest.
The powerbomb onto the ramp was freaking sickening. Oh, and I feel like it's like this with NXT. It's like this with Ring of Honor. It's like this with the Indies in general and New Japan as well. It's the little things that they do. Like it's the little things within the match that makes the match for me. Freaking when and I always love this spot, especially like preventing a fall or something like that. When Nick was holding Matt's hand so he couldn't tap, I love that. I always love that spot. The facial expressions were great. I love when freaking they were trying to hit one of them. I can't remember what the move was. They were trying to hit one of their moves, but Matt couldn't get him on his back because he was still selling the back, and Nick had to jump down and help his partner get the man on his. It was great. That was amazing. I love that. Because I just feel like that's like that the little stuff like really tells the story in the match. And I think that's something that we don't always get is those little nuancy things that these great tag teams know how to do. But like that's what I love about the Young Bucks too. Like they were really good at it, especially in this first match. Like I noticed that immediately. And I'm glad the Young Bucks won. I'm gonna try to watch more New Japan. That's the plan. The plan is to watch more New Japan this year because I love watching New Japan. I freaking watched. I think I only watched the U.S. Title tournament. I think was the only thing I got to watch last year, and I loved it. I just didn't get a chance to watch anything else. So the plan is to at least watch two, at least watch two, maybe once a month or something. I mean, I have it on my freaking DVR. I just don't ever sit down and watch it. I have it on my. I keep them on my DVR specifically so I can go watch the matches. I really do. Like my dad's like, the DVR's getting full. I'm like, New Japan. Okay, watch that match. Watch that match. I gotta keep these like every time, like every time, because like my whole intent is to go back and watch the matches. But I enjoyed this match. It's a good match.
You know what you could do? What you could do is get New Japan World. It's only like $8.88 a month. That's less than a network. That's less.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of the network. Get rid of the network and just get New Japan World.
But I mean, and then CZW has one, and yeah, they do.
I don't know if I want that or not. Like, I don't know.
But I have to give credit where credit is due. People always, talk about how the Young Bucks are just spot monkeys and, they don't sell and all that stuff.
Monkeys.
They sold, especially Matt with the back. Even if you watch New Year's Dash, the show after Wrestle Kingdom, he was still selling the back at that show, which right there, they sell. And that was a really good show too. If you get a chance to check that out. Moving on, we had the I believe this was make sure I have this right. Yes, I do. The Never Open Weight Tag Team Championship Gauntlet match. We had Taguchi. My computer auto-corrected that to Tai Chi for some reason. Because War Machine and Michael Elgin, which I thought was kind of weird. A cool team, but kind of weird. Toriano, Ishii, and Beretta, Robinson, Taguchi, and Makabe, and the Bullet Club. I may have missed a few people in the match, but anyway.
Shame. You gotta know every person in this match. Shame.
I'm sorry, I don't know their history. I don't know their accomplishment. That's never gonna get old. Really good match. It was cool to see War Machine teaming with Elgin, but also weird with kind of the heat between the two, and the issues that Elgin's had with covering up allegations of a student of his misconduct, harassment, whatever it was. I didn't get to read all the way into it, so I'm not going to get it too much into that. But it was kind of weird a little bit. And with the fact that he has been kicked off of a lot of U.S. indie shows recently, so this might have been one of his last New Japan shows. Don't know what's up with his future right now. But definitely a really good match. We got new champions, Beretta, Ishii, and Yano for one night, and then they lost the titles back. Yes. So, but yeah, definitely liked it. There was a lot of teams, but I think it helped that it was a gauntlet match. So, one team gets eliminated, another one kind of comes in. It wasn't over, like overwhelming. But DJ?
Yeah, there was so much going on in this match. Big Mike, I hope he gets everything figured out because I like seeing Big Mike. So I hope he gets everything figured out. Whatever's going on. Like I said, don't know the details. But we've talked about it um on the podcast, but still, like, still don't know the full details. I haven't really read into it, like you said. So I hope he gets everything figured out. Man to man. But there was so much going on in this match. I love Toriano, even though I think I hated him before. But I did. But I love him in this match. As far as like, who was it? One of the guys was trying to like beat him at his own game or whatever, and I was just and Yano had it scouted, and I was like, yeah, get him. The Ishii suplex spot was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I still hate that man. I still hate that man so much. But I hate him. I'm gonna forever hate him. He sucks. I don't like him. Dang it. Stone Pitbull crap. And then the catching stun gun was amazing. That was great. I hope that was in this match. Please be in this match. Because like I don't have like I have it in order, but like I'd hate for that to be in another match. It probably was another one in another match. Not gonna lie. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought this was a good match. It's the first time I've seen these titles defended. I know. I think a while back we had talked about the 6-man, not 6 man, 3-man. Anyway, 6-man tag team titles. Coming to New Japan for like the first time ever, or yeah. Well, no, we talked about New Japan having them, and then Ring of Honor kind of doing it. Yeah, so like I was definitely excited to see this match, and I thought it was good. Like you said, I like that it was a gauntlet match too. I think it did kind of slow it down a little bit, but also like there was still a lot going on. So it was good.
Yeah, and then we had one of my favorite matches to announce anyway, to let the people know what this match is. And I invited Amy on the show tonight just so she could hear me say Cody Rhodes versus Kata Ibushi. Oh, also, I don't know if you know, in the previous match was Zack Sabre Jr. I do kind of like seeing Zack Sabre Jr. Kind of as a heel a little bit in a heel faction. I know I talked about him being a heel in the past, how it would be kind of interesting. But anyway, Cody Rhodes versus Kata Ibushi. I don't know. I thought, though it wasn't our dream match of Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kata Ibushi, this was still a really good match. They worked really well together. That crossroads off the apron, he almost killed that man. He landed on his head. He spiked him on his head, bruh. Cody, you can't be doing that though. You can't be doing that though. I did like the dive that hit Brandy, and she kind of, faked an injury. And Coda kind of went to go help her, but it was all a ruse. Kind of, I definitely like that. I'm still, and I don't know if anyone feels the same way. I like Brandy, but I can't take her seriously as a heel yet. She seems too nice, and it's just weird. I feel like her and Cody are polar opposites, where Cody's like a really good heel, and she's just a really nice lady.
I disagree. Yeah. I think she does fabulous at it. I think she looks the part. Like I do. Well, she looks a lot of. Anyway, I think she looks the part though. Like she really does. Like I think she does a good job with it. Like I don't know. I think she does a good job with it. I like it.
Bro, she a married woman. Don't be saying stuff like that. That she. Anyway, talk about the match though.
The match. I enjoyed it. I was excited. I was like, hottest on the undercard though. I'm just saying, like main event. Hashtag main event. But triple main event.
It would have been if it was Zack Sabre.
Greatest of all time, by the way. But I love Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly talking about
this match was Zack Sabre. Sorry, I had to. They sent me a snap, so I had to.
Anyway, I sent that to Amy, by the way. You're welcome. Anyway, I love Kevin Kelly talking. He was like, "She just took my chair," and then goes and uses against Coda. I just thought that was funny. I don't know why, but I did. I thought it was hilarious. The crossroads off the apron was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Also, I love the Ring of Honor. I like the literal ring. I like it. Like I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, but like the way he just sells it, like it's like the greatest thing ever. I love it. Even though he's not champion anymore, like he still wears it. like somebody get this man. Like for real though. Like, but the I don't know. Like I love the Phoenix Splash too. Thought that was good. Really freaking good. Like I mean, Phoenix Splash is always like bruh, like they always. But this was a good match. I didn't know if I was surprised that Cody lost or not. Like it was kind of like I was indifferent about it. I didn't know. But it was a good match. I definitely felt like it was really good, especially like kind of not in the middle of the show, but kind of still relatively early. It was good. Could have been middle. I think it was middle.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Moving on to, I'm gonna say match of the night. I'm just gonna say it. It's my match of the night. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. We had Taka.
Oh, okay. You said you were gonna skip some. Thank you for skipping those, by the way. Like, real quick before you get into these, though, there was one I really. So, before you get into that, the IWGP tag match was just. At first, I hated it, right? Like at first I was like, this is just not good to me. And then like I think the comeback story got me. Like I think that's what really like drew me into this. I think was the comeback story. I really like the comeback story, and Los Ingrid whatever of Japan. I thought they did a good job with that comeback story, and then the hair versus hair match. I felt like it was almost booked like you knew where either way it was gonna go, right? Like the way it was booked was like where it's gonna go, like you know he's gonna dominate and then lose. So, but I like that he cut his own hair. I thought like that's the first time I've seen that happen, like in a hair versus hair match. So that was freaking really cool. But you can continue with your match of the night, and
well, I don't know. I just couldn't get into the IWGP Tag Team Title match. I don't know. It was good, but
I mean, I was hyped for Sonata. Like, let's be honest, that's my boy. Like, I love that man.
That's the only reason you liked it was because
that's my boy. But still, like, yeah. I mean, at first, like I said, like I was just kind of like, this is okay. Like, like. But then I think that comeback story really like brought me back into it for whatever reason. I don't know what it was, but
yeah,
match of the night.
And then the hair versus hair match. This was like the match with the hair versus hair match with Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. Like, bro, you knew who was gonna like. Come on now, come on. But anyway, yeah. Moving on to the match of the night. Match of the night. The other one was a close second coming up, but this one was match of the night. We had the IWGP Junior Heavyweights Championship Fatal 4-Way. We have Will Ospreay, Marty Scurll, Hiromu Takahashi, and Kushida. I love this match. You know, what is this man? What are you? What's this? What's this say? See, I can't. It's all. I could something. I could kill ya. Kill ya.
Yeah.
Okay. A special appearance from Amy. Um, yeah. You know, as I was watching this match, I was like, "This gonna be match of the night. It's gonna be match of the night." You know, I love matches like this with younger guys. Or that was the wrong match. That's the next match. But I, I looked at the wrong part of my notes. Definitely a good match. Osprey flipping off the lighting structure was crazy. Definitely just a ridiculous match. Everybody, did their spots. Everyone, there was a point in this match where I feel like you thought each one of them had a chance to win. Osprey finally does defeat Marty Scurll. He hasn't been able to defeat him for months. And he finally beats Marty for the title and becomes the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion for the second time. And TJ is not very happy. I was kind of upset, but like it's Will Ospreay, so
But Marty the Squirrel, man, no, come on! I was so invested in this match, like just amazing, like real good, like all the good. I enjoyed it. At first, I was like, let's see what all this hype is about. And at first, I was like, I don't know. But then, like they got going like real quick, and I was like, oh, this right here, like it just had you on the edge of your seat, like you couldn't help but to respond. Like that was the thing about it. Like I was like seriously like almost crying. It was so good. Like I don't think I've ever reacted like that ever to a match. This match got me. And plus I was cheering real hard for Marty the Squirrel. Love that man. He is a real authentic squirrel, and that's my boy. But like the joint manipulation, like I like it. I do. But not the fingers. No, not the fingers. And the sunset flip bomb to the floor. No, come on, no. Bro, I was feeling this match. And then I don't understand why Osprey and Squirrel aren't a freaking tag team, bruh. Why? I mean, you could call them Spray the Squirrel or something. I don't care what you call them. It would be amazing. Love it. This needs to happen. They work so well together. Love the dual kicks. It was awesome. They did some crazy things in this match. And I like how Marty the Squirrel really, like, he does a good job of just adjusting to everything. Like, especially when he was working with Will Ospreay. At one point, Will Ospreay wasn't even in control, and so he started working with I can't remember who was in the ring at the time with him, but like he kind of just switched it up, and I really like Marty the Squirrel and the freaking the freaking umbrella spot. The freaking when he brought out the umbrella, I was hyped. I was so hyped. I loved it. It was great. Like, oh man, Marty the Squirrel should be your champion. He was robbed. They just don't like squirrels. That's messed up. I'm still mad about this. I'm still mad. Marty the Squirrel deserves his rematch. And when he get his rematch, he coming back, baby. He coming back. Marty the Squirrel.
This man named Skrull, not Squirrel.
Yeah, Marty the Squirrel. That's what I said.
But that finger break though, like how he do that though?
No.
I don't know how he do that though. Like how he do that? Like how they do that?
And then they did it to him. No, like no.
Like how you make that?
Strong tape, by the way. Like that tape was like OP, bro. Like what kind of tape? That wasn't even duct tape. Like that was like some crazy. Like, bro.
Like how he make the noise though? How he do that?
I don't know. I don't know how they do it because
I'm like, how we do?
Like that's what gets you too is the noise. Like you be like, no, this way.
Anyway, moving on from the finger breaking. How you do that though? Anyway, how we do? Anyway, we got the IWGP Intercontinental Championship match. We got Switchblade Jay White versus Tanahashi. This was the match that I was saying before. I love matches like this with a younger guy challenging a veteran and kind of and being taken seriously. I feel like we're so used to WWE where younger guys are just jobbed out and you're never gonna beat the veteran. You're always gonna lose, whatever. But here he's taken really very seriously. I love the new heel persona of Jay White, kind of a little bit of a change, and I think he does it really well. I loved Jay kind of just talking to Tanahashi and taunting him while he had him in the modified Indian Deathlock. It was great, just the cocky heel kind of, give up, Tanahashi, give up. It was great. I definitely like this match. He didn't win. I was sad. I was sad. But then the night after he joined the Bullet Club. He did. He joined the Bullet Club, and then he attacked Kenny Omega, and he didn't really join the Bullet Club, and then he joined Chaos. Yeah, so that happened the next night. Anyway, DJ, thoughts on the match? And sorry for ruining the other show for you. I'm sorry about that.
This match was really good. I enjoyed it. I like Jay White. I've seen Jay White somewhere. Where?
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. That's what I thought. Like I know I've seen him before. Like obviously it wasn't in this gimmick, but still I was like I've seen this guy. I've seen this guy. I know it. But I thought this match was good. Like you said, I like the young gun going after kind of the veteran. Friggin' this man Tanahashi don't age ever. Like this man like never. Cause like they've been talking about how old this man is forever, and like he's still not old. Like this man ridiculous. He need to chill out. But I just thought this was a good match. Like I thought they worked really well together. I like Jay White. I want to see what they do with Jay White. Like I'm curious to see what happens with him and this Switchblade character, especially being in Chaos now. I think that'll be interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah. Moving on to the semi-main event, which should have been the main event. It should have. This match was awesome. The IWGP United States Championship no disqualification match with Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. Am I the only one who noticed that a bunch of lights on Jericho's jacket was out like in a row? It was like a whole row that was. I was like, bro, y'all didn't check that before we came out. Like, y'all ain't got. You can't just like. I'm just saying, it bothered me. It bothered me. But Omega definitely beat Jericho in the entrance game. That entrance though. He had that big gun thing, and I was like, he gonna shoot people. He got the big the helmet thing. I was like, bruh, this man. But I love this Jericho though. Just flipping the bird, doing whatever he wants. Kind of having that freedom to do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants. This match was amazing. I loved Kenny crashing through the announce table over the barricade. Jericho attacking Red Shoes, the referee, and then putting Red Shoes' son in the Lion Tamer, not the Walls of Jericho, the actual Lion Tamer, which was really cool. The only thing that I thought was weird in this match was why would they have rope breaks in a no disqualification match though? I'm like, bro, that's not how that worked though. Like you can't, bro. But yeah, this match was absolutely ridiculous. I know we were talking up to the build up to this was awesome, and then we were joking that the match was probably gonna be mediocre, but bruh, this match though, Not as good as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, but this one, it was close. It was close. And I love the audio going out, and they finally get the audio back. They're like, "Can they hear us? Can you? Are we on? Are we on?" Awesome match, though. I loved it. Hopefully, we see more Jericho in New Japan. DJ?
Yeah, this was definitely as advertised. I think we all knew it was going to be good anyway, especially the guy like Jericho and the young guy like Kenny Omega, who has done nothing but put on good matches since he has kind of risen to stardom. Um, I just thought it was really good. That's what I just, and I love the background of it too. Like the whole feud, with Jericho's kind of aggression. Kenny thinking he's kind of like the best in the world, and Jericho obviously, like Jericho thinks he's the best in the world at what he does. Like I like that a lot. Like I thought that really like added to this match, even more, there being that little bit of a storyline behind it, even though it's kind of a shorter storyline because, this match kind of developed a little bit late, but still it was really good. Yeah, this match was really good. I love my favorite move was the freaking, I love the Lion Tamer, obviously, but the triangle drop kick into Omega's leg as he was going for the dive. I thought that was awesome. But I just love this match overall. Like it was just a really good match. Like definitely one I'm gonna go back and watch again. Because like or like just watch more of these two in general, because especially Omega. Like I haven't seen a lot of Omega, but from what I've seen, I'm always impressed. And I like, in a lot of these matches, it was kind of like this. Like for the most part, it felt like it could go either way. Like that was the thing too. Like this was one of those matches, even though you probably know that Jericho's not going to be there for the long haul. Still, like it would bring the prestige up of that title. Not that it's already not great enough already, but still, like having a guy like that who's a veteran, who's been around, who's been in Japan, a legend in Japan at that, to win that title. So they did a good job booking this match to where it felt like it could go either way. Like you said, I love the freedom with Jericho. Him kind of being able to do what he wanted to do, and being that heel persona, especially considering Kenny Omega's, although I think Kenny Omega oftentimes plays a heel as well, Kenny Omega's still terribly over. So, like, I think Jericho did a good job with what he's doing. I love the long hair, too. Like, I was like, okay, Jericho, I see you. Bring it back to long. I was like, I like it. But this was just really good. Like I was just honestly surprised that they could book it in a way where it really felt like Jericho could win. Because I think you come into it knowing that Omega's probably going to win 90%, 90% of the kind of like he's got that huge majority, but it was really good. Like I enjoyed it. I still got to see the line, so I was like,
yeah, it was kind of weird seeing Jericho come out to a different song than Break the Wall Down. I was like, I mean, it was, it was Judas. It was his band song. So it was good, but it was like a little bit weird to me. But I think they should have gone with his old school WCW theme, I think,
I feel like WWE got the rights to that.
And then when he lost, he should have had a temper tantrum like he used to in WCW. He should have come out with the list of 1,001 holds.
That's the true list. like, come on, guys.
Still greatest segment of all time. Moving on to the main event, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Naito versus Okada.
Why do you hate Okada so much? Like, what is wrong with you?
I just don't like him as much as everyone else does. I think I don't get the hype. I don't get it. I don't.
Good. Shut up. You shut your mouth.
I'm not saying he's not good. I just don't. He's just not one of my. Anyway, I do have to admit I can't believe they said that Okada has been IWGP Heavyweight Champion for I think 1,360 days.
Goat. He's the greatest.
I don't think that's all together. I think that's all of his reigns like put together. But like, bro, that's insane. I have to say Also, Naito is one of the best heels psychologically, or anyway, with the mind games and kind of basically dictating the pace and the beginning of the match. Kind of, he takes off his shirt nice and slow, and just kind of dictates. You know, you think he's going to go for the lockup, and then he kind of backs off and you know dictates the pace like that. I definitely like that, and I think he's one of the best at doing that. Um, but I swear, throughout this entire match, I didn't see Gato one time on the outside, but I heard him. Like I heard him the whole match. I didn't see him one time. I'm like, how they do that though? Where you at though? Like I literally did not see him one time,
I
but
saw him once.
I heard him the entire match. I'm like, where you at though? Where you go? It doesn't help that there's like 387 people on the outside of the ring. Like, bruh, there's young boys, there's cameramen, like there's too many people on the outside of New Japan rings. Just too many people. Just too many. Too many. DJ, thoughts on the main event?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Obviously, I'm a huge Okada fan, like the biggest ever. Probably not the biggest ever, but I love the man.
Overrated.
He's not. Shut up. He's the best. You shut your mouth. But I just this was just one of those good matches as well. Like I was excited coming into it. I like also the storyline with this one with the history of these two guys. I don't know if they showed that video package on the actual show, but there was one on the on Access that they were kind of previewing this match a little bit, with the history. I think it was like 2014. I think Naito came in and got embarrassed by Okada, and now kind of they're coming. It's kind of coming back around again, which kind of made it feel like Okada could lose. But I was like, no, Okada can't lose. He can't do it ever. This man got the greatest drop kick ever. Well, AJ got the great, but still, it's close. It's right there. This man drop kick A1 platinum. But I love it. I love his drop kick. Also like the neck breaker on the rail, and the apron, because why not? The rail ain't enough. Like just go ahead and get the apron too. But like every time the Rainmaker is about to be hit, I get real hype. Like I'm like, Rainmaker, it's gonna happen. I get so hype, and then they reverse it, and I'm like, no. And then he finally hit at the end, and I was like, this man the best. I don't know what's wrong with you, Casey. You shut your mouth. We talk about Okada. You just mad. You just mad. I mean, he could be like your Raiders, who was supposed to go to the Super Bowl and didn't. This man still doing his thing. Unlike your Raiders, who decided to lose terribly. Shut up.
It's okay. It's okay. Naito gonna win that title soon.
He not. Okada gonna be the longest reigning ever in life, still reigning until he die champion. New thing. New.
I don't think that's how that works.
It works.
But so overall thoughts on the show. Would you say that they was no bashing, smooth?
I would say they stiff. They stiff. No botch. And on the mic there was A1 platinum on. Nobody could stand with that Kenny Omega fella. No one can step up to him. But Jericho was pretty good though. Jericho was pretty good.
I gotta shout out my boy, the beast, the monster, the animal, Ishii.
I hate that man so much. He the absolute worst. Retire.
You watched one of his matches before this.
2. I watched 2. He was in actually 3, because he was in the freaking tournament and went to the finals. I think technically 4. This is the 4th match I've seen of him, and I hate him. He sucks. He's awful. I hate him. Don't retire, because I need somebody to hate, but I hate you.
That's how I feel about Okada. He sucks. He's terrible. He's overrated.
Nah, he is your IWGP, or as WWE would say, IGWP.
I mean, he not my IWGP champion. He not mine.
Everybody's though, because he got the title. Just like
Nah, nah. We gonna make another title. We gonna give it to Naito because he deserve it.
he don't. Okada the best.
Nah. He not the best. Nakamura. He the best. That Nakamura fella. But anyway, that was our review of Wrestle Kingdom 12. Definitely a good show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Do it. Do it. Just go on to the New Japan world and you give them your $8.88 a month. It's real cheap, and then you get all this. You get no botching, you get stiff competition, you get A1 on the mic. I mean, if you can understand Japanese, I'm pretty sure it's A1 on the mic. I just I don't when they be talking in the Japanese, I don't know.
Also, I don't know which commentary team I like best. Like, I don't know if I like Jim Ross and Josh Barnett because I really like Jim Ross and Josh Barnett. Or do I like Kevin Kelly? And I don't know who he is with, but them two.
I have to admit, I like watching with the Japanese commentary because they get so into it. Like it's they're so passionate about it. It's great. It makes the show that much better. You have no idea what's going on, but it's so great. But anyway, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Hopefully, we got some good things coming up pretty soon. Possibly some interviews. And maybe maybe we might be getting onto a website, to an application. We be sending the emails. They be sending the emails back. We be talking. But we will see you on the timer for our playoff predictions that aren't going too well so far. They're not.
We issue on that. We issue them on that thermometer. That thermometer.
We issue on the thermometer. We issue on the thermometer. We issue on the thermometer. So bye. See you on the thermometer. See you on the thermometer.